I'm Debbie.
And I'm Allison.
And we're the Poltergals. Spooky.
Hi, I'm Allison.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're
The Poltergals. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So we have some exciting news.
Yeah.
We've already talked about it a few times, but
Yeah.
if you guys know, we are having another live show.
Well, this episode's after.
Well, we will have had another live show. We are recording this the weekend before, and we are super excited.
Yeah.
We're going to be covering Waco Haunts, and that will be coming out as a future episode.
Yes.
So keep an eye out. We're really excited.
I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the audio doesn't get lost.
Yes, again. But you know what? That's all right. We're going to be doing backups on backups, right?
Yeah.
Allison? We're prepared. So I know it will already have passed, but keep an eye out. We'll also be posting some content. You either have seen content or will be getting some content right to your news feed. So we're super excited about it. We hope you guys tune in and find out more. We actually did the Brazos ghost tour about like a year ago now.
Yeah. Just a little over a year ago.
Just a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
And then we've actually investigated a few other places locally, like the Dr. Pepper Museum. We have an episode on that. What else have you done? You did the McCulloch House? Is that what you did? What was the house you went to?
East Terrence.
East Terrence House.
East Terrence House.
And, there's just a bunch of other cool locations in Waco that we're going to cover.
Also, now we don't have an excuse because that extra IR camera came in.
Whoop, whoop.
So...
extra camera.
Yeah, now we have 2 IR cameras and a recorder for us to be able to go out and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, unfortunately, Debbie can't make it to this, but on February 3rd, I'm going out on a paranormal investigation with Cindy and Gina. So that'll be fun. And if those of you that are on Patreon, y'all can tune in on that to get the full-length episode on that.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited to be able to go do that.
And then while she is doing that, I will actually be going to see the Deck podcast live with Mrs. Ashley Flowers. Oh. If you guys don't know, Ashley Flowers is actually going to be going on a full United States tour. She's going to be going to, I think, 13 different cities in all kinds of different states. So if you guys have not already and you are a Crime Junkies fan, a Deck fan, anything audio Chuck, check it out. I will be doing that on the 3rd, and then I will be bringing you some content from that experience as well.
And then, are we going to the basketball game?
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to the LSU basketball game.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, that is on February 5th, 1 p.m.
February 5th.
So, yeah.
When we get back, we'll be driving to Louisiana.
Yeah. No, it's actually in College Station.
Oh, College Station. Just kidding.
So this one's in College Station.
We're not driving to Louisiana.
But, yeah. So
but we plan on driving to Louisiana. It's coming up soon. Probably maybe spring break.
I'm down. Let's go.
That'll be
Don't gotta fun. Ask me twice.
Or we can go for my birthday for Mardi Gras.
Oh.
And we can do all the Mardi Gras traditions and hauntings and all the fun stuff. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. But anyway, we have some exciting things. Again, don't forget, live show content coming soon. Allison's going to be doing a paranormal ghost tour. Where are you going again?
It's in Cleburne,
Cleburne, Texas. And then I will bring you some audio Chuck, the Deck podcast live information. So we have a lot of exciting things coming up, and you guys will not want to miss it. So again, go like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, and we've been posting on our TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our TikTok is _Poltergals. Go and find us. Our last video got like 200 likes, but I was like, wow, we're famous. Which I know, no. We just had our Friday the 13th escapades.
Yeah, that was
Poltergals on the town. I got another tattoo for those who are seeing audio. Or not for seeing audio. For those of you who are seeing video, you can see my little tattoo. It's really cute. It's a little bottle. It has little mushrooms
audio. and hearing video.
Yes, I love hearing video and seeing audio. Anyway, go check that out. Check out our reels. Check out our Tiki Talk. And I think now it's time to get into it, Allison.
I'm excited.
All right.
Sure.
We got exciting things coming up.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Well, one of the places that I hope that someday we can visit. This is the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Do they make crescent rolls there? Or do you have to, is it BYOC, bring your own crescents? Because I'll be popping a Pillsbury as soon as I get there. Do the hotel rooms have toast ovens in them?
Well, thank you all. That's been this episode. We're going to move on and let Debbie do whatever the BYOC.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, my Debbie.
I just am here to have fun.
So, I'm assuming no.
Oh, okay.
But
dang. I'll call them ahead of time to ask.
So dumb.
They better have crescents for breakfast. Do they? Is it a complimentary breakfast? It's just crescents.
Just crescent rolls. That's it. Just
Yep.
that.
They're like little crescent sandwiches or something. I don't know.
That's
The little like pigs in a blanket with crescents around it.
no, Debbie.
No. Oh, well, never mind. Sorry, my bad.
Anyways, the opening of the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs.
Eureka.
Eureka.
It's like what people yell. They're like Eureka. Like that's what like Albert Einstein would say. He'd be like, I have a brain blast, and he'd be like Eureka. So this is Eureka Springs.
Okay.
Eureka.
Sure.
You don't have to say it like that, but
Yikes.
anyway.
So this allowed them to enter a new and exciting era.
Ooh.
Notables from afar arriving in the fair city, and soon many others would also follow. The hotel was built by the Eureka Springs Improvement Company, and the Fresco Railroad is America's most luxurious.
Luxury.
That's a big hard word. Not
That's
really.
how you know she's not luxury. She doesn't live a life of luxury.
Listen, I would like to live a life of luxury.
I can't afford
but
luxury.
can't. So this hotel was exactly that, though. It was very luxury.
Very fancy.
Very fancy. It featured large, airy rooms, comfortably furnished. Comfortably furnished.
Yeah.
The Crescent Hotel offers the visiting vacationer opulence.
Yeah.
What is that?
Fancy.
Oh,
Fancy on fancy on fancy. That's all you need to know about this place.
gross. Which was unmatched in convenience and service. The Gullible will find in attendance many of the leaders in business and society.
Ooh.
As guests honor the Honorable James G. Blaine, the Republican presidential nominee.
Oh, we know about presidential nominees
Yeah.
being at hotels.
So the grand ballroom of the Crescent Hotel, the opening banquet of the 400 celebrants, will also be followed by a dedication ceremony where the Honorable Mr. Blaine will be the guest speaker.
Mm-hmm.
He was introduced by Mr. Powell Clayton and will follow an invocation by Reverend
McElwee.
Yeah. So the hotel, to build it, cost about $294,000.
Oof.
And on May 20th of 1886.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. It took 2 years that Powell Clayton and his associates chose the site of the new Crescent Hotel, which was on 27 acres of land at the north end of the West Mountain, which was a majestic location overlooking the valley. The commissioning of Isaac Taylor as architect was announced and constructed commenced? Sure, yeah. Seldom has such formidable construction. No, I'm good. That's what they're getting. Undertaking been accomplished with such efficiency. Special wagons were constructed, to help transport huge pieces of magnesium limestone.
I know about limestone.
Which, we know that limestone is a
enhancer.
Yeah. From the quarry site to the White River. Due to the density of this special stone, the precision necessary in cutting and fitting, a group of specialists from Ireland was brought here to assist and advise in construction.
That's so interesting.
So, that's pretty cool. Mr. O'Shaughnessy,
Sure.
the spokesman and leader of the imported group, was then interviewed by a reporter before he returned to Ireland. It was recalled that throughout the many years of his stone working, he has never encountered a stone with such density and quality as the White River limestone.
White River limestone. I feel like this is going to be important for getting all the ghosties in.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He predicted that it will become a popular building stone in future and further stated that because of its unique characteristics, the 18-inch thick walls of the Crescent, fitted without the use of mortar, would withstand and destructive forces of time and retain the original beauty for many years. The magnificent structure was then furnished in the most exquisite manner. It is lightened with Edison lamps, electric bells, heated with steam and open grates, and a hydraulic elevator.
Fancy.
And it was a showplace of
all the
of the time.
And all the cool things that they could do back in the 1800s.
Yeah. So it was recorded that in 1886, Crescent Hotel in Spa shows that a feline,
a cat,
has been one of the mainstays of their gifted of hospitality to those who visit this historic hotel of America.
That's so cute.
The history continues, and that there is many other cats that walk the halls of the Mountaintop Spa Resort since its grand opening in 1886.
So we have to go for the cats.
Yes. But it was in 1973 when hotel records show that an orange tabby named Morris walked into the lobby and stayed for 21 years.
Oh my gosh.
So
I wanted to meet Morris. I'm so sad.
So Morris was there for 21 years and just happened to walk in one day and stayed.
Poor baby.
This cat became such a fixture of the hotel that he was referred to as the general manager.
Oh.
This cat became the cat of not only the hotel, but also the surrounding community.
Fancy.
A local resident recounts, during those years, no visit to the Crescent would be complete without a Morris sighting.
Wow.
Or better yet, a chance to pet this hospitality icon.
Oh, so cute.
That's kind of the thing, to be able to see the cat and pet it. And since the Crescent was and continues to be the center of such much of the community activity, their cat became our cat. We loved it when we would be able to see him and exit through his specialty constructed kitty door.
Wow.
The portal was flanked on both interior and exterior sides by carpeted steps that allowed ease of coming and going.
Wow.
End of quote.
That's so fancy. There's
yeah.
Like a whole bunch.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Spooky.
I don't know. That's just what I was able to find.
It was also like a hospital where a bunch of people died. Apparently one of the Irish guys died while
Yikes.
it.
Yeah, no, see,
Should
that's...
I just talk about that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's literally just what I was able to find.
Okay. Well.
But, I mean, look at that. Look at the hauntings, though.
Yeah, I added a bunch.
So
I'm just going to read off this website.
Well, yeah.
All
Miss
right.
Debbie over here trying to be all smart because I had a short episode.
And then I'm going to add a lot of hauntings. Well, welcome back. You know what time it is. It's time to get into the hauntings.
We didn't even have a commercial break.
That was our commercial break.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Since
okay,
when?
Hold on. Okay, do a real
Since
commercial
when?
break. Okay, do it.
Just kidding. It's okay. Let's just go into the hauntings. And now, back to the show.
Spooky. All right.
Spookies.
Welcome back. It's time to get into the hauntings. So, this Victorian hotel actually hosts a wide variety of spirits. It's said that after the skeleton frame of the hotel had been constructed in the 1880s, as we talked about, that one of the Irish stonemasons, who we talked about earlier, actually plunged to his death. This was happening when they were trying to construct those limestone walls. So this happened in what is now room 218. So that's one of the rooms that we'll talk about. This room actually proves to be the most spiritually active room in the hotel and has attracted television film crews over the decades. And there's just been so many sightings and reporting things. And then throughout the history of the hotel, employees have also referred to this entity, the Irishman, as Michael. So just Michael from Ireland. So sorry you plunged to your death. Oops.
You got blasted?
He did not get blasted. He just fell, I guess. I don't know.
But that's no fun.
He got blasted.
We've clearly learned that getting blasted is the way to go.
I guess so. But they actually consider him a poltergeist. So he's classified as a poltergeist due to the nature of the unexplained activity. He's not just like a residual energy or anything like that. Guests have actually witnessed hands coming out of the bathroom mirror. And then hearing cries of a falling man in the ceiling. So, like, just laying up in bed, and you're looking up, and you just hear a man screaming.
No thanks.
Terrifying. They've also said that they've heard the door opening and shut, which is terrifying, and then having it unable to open again. So, it will open and shut, and then they can't reopen it. Which I'm like, bro, that's scary.
No thanks.
And again, like, people come from all over just to get in room 218 so they could lay in bed and hear a man scream. Not exactly, but still. And then in the crystal dining room, which is that fancy dining room or ballroom area that we talked about, employees have encountered playful spirits in Victorian dresses. On one holiday season, while the dining room was closed, the grand Christmas tree and packages underneath, one of the packages underneath the Christmas tree actually moved from one end of the room all the way to the other end of the room. Nope. Very scary. The next morning, employees found the tree and packages moved, and they freaked out about it. And then, they're just like, that's interesting. And so now they're just like, all right. And then another time, the employees returned in the morning to find the dining room in perfect order, except for menus being scattered throughout the room. A waitress looked into a huge mirror between the door from the dining room and the kitchen and saw a man and woman in Victorian clothing actually facing each other. As in a wedding, standing there, like they were standing at the altar. The groom then turned and made eye contact with the waitress, and then the couple both faded away. I'm getting goosebumps.
That's yikes.
Yeah. And the waitress literally quit her job after that. She was like, I'm done.
I'd probably be like, bye.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
So that's interesting. And then another commonly reported paranormal activity is a man in Victorian clothing sitting at the table near the windows. This is what they've reported he actually said. So this is in quotes. It says, I saw the most beautiful woman here last night, and I'm waiting for her to return. He's just waiting. He's waiting for the beautiful woman. And maybe he never got to see her before he died.
Well, it's been several years, my dude.
It's too late. She ain't coming back.
Too many, too late, too long. Gotta go.
And then many have recounted seeing apparitions, of course, in the ballroom, of people being in Victorian ball attire, dancing around the room during the wee hours of the morning, especially when it was closed and the room was dark. So no one should have been in there dancing, especially not a bunch of people in Victorian clothes. So, spooky.
Can I say Victorian homes are kind of cool,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also very creepy?
Yes, very much so. And then in the 1930s, the haunted hotel actually became an experimental cancer hospital. So I know we didn't talk about that in the history, but it did. And it was actually the hospital of Dr. Norman Baker, who, doctor is in quotes. Can you guess what? He was not actually certified. He was claiming to be a licensed physician and examined cancer patients in the hotel's basement while charging unsuspecting families their life savings. It was a scam. Several apparitions from the hospital still visit the hotel today. Dr. Baker, in quotation marks, he's not a real doctor, has been seen in the hotel lobby. He's described as a man in a purple shirt and a white linen suit, matching photographs of the infamous entrepreneur. There's also been seen as a nurse pushing a gurney, which is kind of spooky. And this was actually in like the old morgue area. And this area is known to like squeak and rattle down the halls of the, like they can hear like squeaks and rattles down the halls of the hotel, which I'm like, no, thank you.
No, thanks.
Good.
I'd be like, I'm out.
Also,
Gotta go.
Why
Gotta
did
blast.
this fancy hotel be like, you know what we need?
A hospital.
A guy in the basement doing weird experiments. That's what every fancy hotel needs.
So you're telling me that that's what's happening in every fancy hotel?
Well, maybe. I mean, this was back in the 1930s, so I don't know. It was kind of a lawless land back then. But now it's the laundry room.
Oh, hell to the no.
Yeah,
I'd be like, not. If I worked there, I'd be like, you better not put me in that dang laundry room. Nope.
So, yeah, now it's the laundry room, and one of the employees actually says, or one of the maintenance guys said that he actually witnessed all the washers and dryers mysteriously turning on all at the same time in the middle of the night one night.
No.
He was just down there, and they just all turned on.
No.
That is energy surging. Thank you, limestone. We didn't want that.
That, and then plus literally the electromagnetic field that those are just giving off already. So you're putting energy on top of something that stores.
On top of energy.
So it's like, why? You're only allowing energy to be stored on top of energy just for it to stay within these energy-contained walls.
Yep.
Why?
And so the laundry room is also located to what used to be Dr. Baker's like morgue. So like I talked about earlier, like literally where he kept the dead bodies, which still contains his autopsy table to this day.
Why?
And a walk-in freezer. So
because that makes sense, right? Let's keep the table that dead bodies
next to a freezer.
Next to a walk-in freezer.
Yeah, like, let me just bring some stuff in for the croissants that we're going to serve at the breakfast.
No.
Let me just put these packages down. Oh, I'll put it on this table.
Yeah.
No. Don't put it on that
Literally
table.
Dead.
I don't know what the food regulations are, but I don't know.
I'm sorry, but that screams health hazard to me all over. A 1930 autopsy. First of all, 1930. The only thing that should be lasting that long from the 1930s is a building structure. But even then, a 1930 autopsy table, you need to get rid of that thing.
Just keep it down there, you know? Well, now we're moving on to room. This one's 419. So before it was 218. Now this is room 419. So this is the housekeepers. They've actually reported meeting a woman named Theodora, which I absolutely love that name. Theodora, a name, like beautiful. So they have reported meeting her in room 14. She introduced herself to this housekeeper as a cancer patient of Dr. Baker's. And then as soon as she introduced herself, she disappeared. She curtsied and disappeared. She was like, hello, ma'am, I'm Theodora. And then, like, did a little bow and then just vanished. Isn't that so crazy? And then Steve Garrison, who's a cook at the hotel, swears he doesn't drink on the job. So he was very sober when this happened. In fact, he doesn't drink, period. However, he may have been tempted by two strange encounters in the kitchen of the haunted hotel's crystal dining room. So again, in this fancy dining room area where they've had all the fancy guests come, the presidential candidate and all the fancy important people. One morning, when slicing and dicing vegetables, he looked up and saw a little boy with pop bottle glasses, which means they were like the really old style glasses that were like thick glass, dressed in an old-fashioned clothing and knickers. Who says knickers anymore? Anyway, old school pants. And he was just skipping around the kitchen, just doing little boy things. It was little Billy. Little Billy was just skipping around the kitchen wanting a croissant. He was just like, give me a croissant.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh,
I don't think ghosts need to eat.
Maybe. I don't know. And then another morning, the cook flipped on the lights and began his day's preparation when, in quotation marks, some or all of the pots and pans came flying off their hooks at him. I'd be like, I think that's when I would quit the job. I'd be like, the pots and pans are literally attacking me. And then, of course, the Crescent Hotel has so many other ghost tales. It does still do tours of the historic place, and it's held throughout the year. And it's kind of terrifying looking at the images of the morgue, where Dr. Baker's, I'm not going to call him Dr. Baker because he's not actually a doctor, where Norman G. Baker, his staff, disposed of the bodies. So, yeah. There are a lot of spookies. The other rooms you might want to check out are 221. They said they encountered a man wearing all black Victorian clothes. 221 also is one of the ones where the man in the Victorian attire led them to the room, unlocked the door, pushed it open, and then as the couple entered, the man stayed outside the door just smiling and then tilted his head side to side, before then eventually disappearing. Terrifying.
Nope.
Also, in another case, they tried to enter room 221, and the door would not budge. It literally would not open. So that's terrifying. And then there's the other room of 321. So the staff member basically said that they were just given the wrong key for 321. But actually, the man specifically led them to room 221. And then when they went down and asked them, they're like, "Oh, we just gave you the wrong key. It was sorry." And they're like, "Well, that guy literally led us to up to our room. Like, what's going on?" And they're like, "What man? No one actually worked there, especially not a man dressed in Victorian clothing. Hello." But yeah, those are just some of the hauntings of the hotel. And of course, year-round, the hotel hosts paranormal thrill seekers. Over 35,000 people and ghost hunters come here annually. The interest has spurred an entire community of paranormal enthusiasts who participate in this Facebook group called the Crescent Hotel Ghost Tours. Are you on the Facebook group, Allison?
No.
We got to join in on that Facebook group. And then over 5,000 members from across the country have shared thousands of photos from their paranormal experiences while visiting the hotel.
Oh.
So there are plenty of things that go on. And there's a lot. And this place is very, very, very spooky. But yeah, so that's all the hauntings for today's episode. We know it was kind of short, but we had a lot of announcements, and we hope you guys are looking forward to all the content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Catch us next time. And find us Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Patreon if you want bonus content.
And TikTok.
Yeah, and TikTok.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. You've been listening to The Poltergals,
a Rogue Media Network podcast.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.